Doc's Hickory crosses, Little Peppy crosses. Highbrow Cat's going to be a big player. You know, he's a huge player in the cutting industry, probably the main player.
Yeah.
And that's certainly going to bleed over into this. We have a stallion, Bowman Smart Jewel. He is son of Smart Little Lena, and out of one of the greatest mares of all time, a mare called Bowman's Fancy. She won $380,000 herself and produced $1 million in money earners, and is still producing, and she's approaching 20. So I like those crosses right there. We're crossing our mares with several different crosses to see what we like the best. And each year we see traits that we don't think is going to go along with this sport. We weed those mares out. We inventory about 60 head of horses, 65.
Well, in the horse industry, we hear a lot about futurity, and a lot of disciplines are providing that class for horses and riders. And this is the first sorting association to provide that class as well, correct?
That's right.
It's the first NSCHA sanctioned futurity that will be held in Oklahoma City this August. We're really excited. You know, we've got great stallion owners like Gary Stanfield and E.E. Ranches and Mike Jones. There's just so many, you know, to name them all. You can go on the NSCHA website and see the great support that we're getting from the cow horse industry, like Bowman Smart Jewel, Cat Itchy, Nita's Wood. There are just so many great horses now that are getting involved in the sorting futurity program, and again, adding the diversity we need in the cow horse industry to create value in those colts. And I see it working in a huge way. I'm in the horse business myself, and you know, when these colts are by Bowman or they're by Itchy or one of the, you know, Laker Dock or Nita's Wood or one of those, you know, it's increasing their value tremendously just because they're enrolled. The breeder's incentive in that thing, you know, is up in the tens of thousands of dollars. You know, Gary's offering a great bounty on these Bowman colts, a $5,000 Bowman bounty for the highest advancing colts in that NSCHA futurity. We've got Triangle Sales in Shawnee, Oklahoma, that is on board with us and doing a great job helping market these horses. You know, if you bought a colt that sold through that January sale in the NSCHA section of it, the Triangle Sales Company is offering a $5,000 bonus to the highest advancing colt that was sold in that sale. So, you know, people see the need for this diversity and they're contributing to it. You know, these stallion owners are contributing to it. And honestly, if you own a stallion, a cow-bred stallion, and you want to take the politics out of it, you want to take the thick checkbook out of it, you just want to show that your horse is capable of producing that athlete, this is the place to be. It's a timed event, but that clock only knows that superior athlete.
Sure. So, Sarah, tell us a little bit more about the limited age events that NSCHA offers.
The futurity, obviously, is the new one, but our junior horse class is the limited age event that we have offered since the beginning of the NSCHA. It is for 4-year-olds, and it is a class that we offer at our regular weekend shows. So they have the opportunity throughout the year to compete for that junior horse title.
Okay. What do you think, Gary, about having the futurity involved in
You know, I think it's wonderful. That's probably what's keeping me involved in the horse in the sorting horse industry right now is the fact that we have finally gotten a futurity that we can have, and I think it's going to showcase a lot of different stallions that may have not been recognized before in a lot of different areas. It's given different people an opportunity to show. You know, you got your NCHA, organizations like that. I think this particular venue right here is going to have a lot of father and sons capable to ride together on the same team or be in the arena at the same time.
Father-daughters.
Father-daughters. I didn't have any daughters,
Mother
can you
sons.
tell? And I was lucky enough to win a world title with one of my children in the arena. And,
Wow.
That's incredible.
It's a rush. It's a good place to raise a family. Is the thing. I think you start getting my age, and my boys are grown now, and you start thinking, you know, maybe I should have done a little different. But it gives you an opportunity to have your children around pretty good kind of folks.
Yeah.
Most horse people you're going to run across are pretty good people, and I didn't have to wonder where my children were. If they were on the showgrounds, I knew somebody was looking out for them. So it's a real good place to for a family man to hang his hat.
And now you're able to showcase your horses and keep track and brag on them a little bit more than in the past.
Grandkids maybe if we ever get any.
Well, let's look at some photos that you brought in. And I think we've got some award photos. And all the folks in these pictures look awfully happy. Looks like they're having a good time. So, Sarah, why don't you tell us what we're seeing here?
That is actually a picture of the junior horse world champions last year. Matt and Brian and Rick that spoke previously, those are actually their 3 horses that they hauled for the world title last year. Matt Foreman with his gray horse Blue Boone Hickory, and then Brian Kruger in the middle with Brave Cat Silver, and Rick Gaston with HL Hickory CD.
Jeez. The whole
The
gang.
other competitors that you saw actually competed in as well and had
Okay.
horses too. This is actually the amateur world champions. You can see Matt in his saddle, and then Rick Brown on the left toward the front holding a jacket was actually the reserve champion. That's a picture of Matt on his
All
open
right.
horse, actually at the World Show competing.
Okay.
Brian Kruger and the non-pro world champions. And then the open champions.
Okay. And we have one of, saddles. That's a
Royal
pretty
Oak.
top honor to win a saddle. So who's
Yeah.
your saddle sponsor?
Royal Oak, and doing a great job. They're fantastic made saddle. They're gorgeous, and they're great people to work with.
Okay.
Del
and-
Chavez buckles.
Del
Had
Chavez
to-
buckles.
Del Chavez has been our exclusive buckle maker of the NSCHA this past year, and he was phenomenal.
Yeah, those are some handsome looking buckles, and
very
we've got
pretty
some behind
buckles,
us too
yeah.
for people to look at. It's all about those sponsors, and I know that it takes some panels when it comes to sorting too. You've got to have these round pens, so